What's poppin', you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time about the time when me and my brother got jumped. This is going to be a good one, so y'all need to get y'all soda, whatever, popcorn, all that, and sit down and relax and enjoy the show because this is going to be a fun one. And make sure to check out my other videos if you guys haven't. Make sure to subscribe and all that. You know, go crazy on the thumbs up and share. This channel, this video is about to be lit. So y'all stay tuned. Alright, so basically I went to school in the heart of Newark, downtown Newark. It was like across the street from Washington, across the street from all of these like banking buildings, all that stuff.
Washington Park.
Yeah, Washington Park, my bad. And the Newark Library and all of that. So, and like this school was like a prison basically, because like if you look at it, they had like bars up on the windows and all of that. And like it was just crazy. Like the food that they served us was just not. It was a dub. And like the way how they treated us was just horrible.
But the education
was good. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna front. Like they made a lot of scholars out of that school and all of that. And I miss going to that school, to be honest with you, because like I don't know. I feel like it was like more fun, and I had like a lot of memories going to that school. But that's besides the point. So basically, around this time, it was like, I think we just came back from like our New Year's break or something like that, or a Christmas break, but like it was like after New Year's. So it's after New Year's, all of that. The school, the high school was having a basketball game with a different school in Newark, and so they having a basketball game. I guess it was like some sort of like rivalry between the two teams or whatever, or something like that, or the schools. And one school, they was like kind of upset that they was losing, so they started going like robbing our school students and all of that, and they was like jumping them. And I remember that I was in study hall when this happened, and they like rushed into school. They was like, oh, this person just got robbed at knife point, all of this. And I'm like, yo, that's wild. And it was like, it happened at the Chinese store. And my dumb self, after I got out of the study hall, knowing that somebody just got robbed at the Chinese store, I went, being like so naive, went to the Chinese store to go buy chicken. Thank God nothing happened to me. So I went there, I got my chicken, rolled out, it was Gucci. And so my brother and my friends, like, and his friends, we walk home together normally. And they like started walking already, so I had to catch up. I ran up there, and we started walking. And then one of my brother's friends, he sees that those was like the group of people that was like robbing and jumping people. So then that's when he was like, "Oh, that's the niggas, blah blah blah. That's the group." And then we was like, "Oh shit, that's wild." All of this stuff, and so we just like ran across the street, followed him, cause like he ran, so we just ran, and we ran. And I guess it kind of like drew attention. So I don't know how they saw us, because it was like dark around that time, since it was still like kind of like basically winter. So yeah, we were just walking and all of that, eating the chicken, and like we was going down in that chicken. The chicken bones was looking like this after we was done, because you know we black, like you can't leave no meat on the bone, like
we was hungry
tearing that shit up. Especially due to the fact that the food is like so whack. The chicken bone, that ass like this, like it was no meat. So after all of that, we just walking, and it's like this like scaffold or whatever. So because they was like renovating a building, and they like put it up so like people don't get hit in the head with like stuff that's falling from the building. So we walking down the street and all of that to my mom's job. And then there's like a park fest that's right there. And all we hear is, alright, so quick recap. When I say he busted inside of the school, like this nigga busted inside of the school, like he came out the woolworks. He was like, yo, they robbed me, blah, 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 blah. Interrupted the whole detention. And everybody was like, what happened? He was like, they robbed him at knife point, all of this stuff. The dean got involved. It was just...
Hey, yo, any of y'all niggas got the Tom?
And so, like, soon as we heard that, we just, like, froze in our steps. I had the chicken. I was like, we was just looking at you. We was like, what the heck? Like, we was shook. Like, So all of us, we all turned around, and it was not no 5, 3 niggas. It was like 20 niggas behind us. It was a whole football team. Like they was ready to squab. Like we was just, oh my goodness, that was a crazy day. So as soon as we heard that, we all turned around and looked at each other. I was just shook. I was like, oh shit. We just started booking and we dipped. Nigga, it was like every man for themselves. One person was going this way, one nigga across the street, one nigga was just going straight down. I crossed the street, like I swerved, like I did some football move, and I went and I was just booking it. Some nigga that looked like Chief Keef was running behind me, like smiling and shit. I was scared out of my mind, son. So we running and all that. I was probably doing 90 in that whole, like my school shoes was smoking. My pants was almost ripped down the middle. Like, my bag of chicken almost fell. I was holding that shit for dear life. Like, I was not trying to let it go. I took my shoes off. Them shits was worn to the bottom, son. No gas. Alright, so now we're, like, almost halfway down the street. I made it to, like, some little hotel that was, like, at the end of the... Not at the end of the street, but, like, you know, in, like, the middle of the street. And I made it there. And then one of my other friends, like, me and my brother's friends, he was like struggling across the street because his shoe came off, his pizza fell on the floor. Like, it was crazy that day. So we met up over there and like we looked and everybody was gone. Like, they was all disappeared. So I'm like, damn, I ran that fast. Like, that's what inspired me to do track today. But yeah, so like I was like wondering where my brother was, and then one of our other friends popped out, and that's when he was like, oh, blah, 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 that they flipped me over a fire hydrant. I'm like, a fire hydrant? Like, how that shit work? How did that happen? And like, meanwhile, he was running with his Kindle in his jacket pocket. Like, he was holding it for dear life too. So I was like, yo, where's my brother? Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking something bad happened to him. Like, I was like, he probably got jumped or something. And I wasn't there. Like, people gonna be like, oh, I'm a pussy for that. But... And so while we were at the hotel, me and my brother's friend, like, he came, met up with us. He was like, hey, yo, where's Shemezi, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know where he's at, all this stuff. And that's when he was like, all right, let me go look for him. He ran back all the way down the street to go look to see if he was good, see if he was fine, and all that. And I was like, yo, I asked my other friend, I was like, yo, come inside the store with me so we can, like, call the cops or something. He was like, nah, I'm good. This dude ran all the way home, son. Like, he ran home. And, like, his house is kind of, like, far from the school or whatever, but I don't know how he did it. So he ran home. I went inside the store. I called the cops, and I was like, oh, we're on so-and-so street. This will happen, and all of that. And that's when it was like, I will be there shortly. And
so, after the dude was like, yo, any y'all got the time, what my brother said, we all looked at each other. We was like, whoa. What's going on? We all looked at each other. It was like what do they call it? Is it deja vu, something like that, or like I forgot the word. It's something. It's like we all just stopped, looked at each other, looked back. Then my brother said, "Oh shit," and then that's when we just started booking it. So I thought they had a gun, so I ran across the street. Like, I ran up a little bit and ran across the street in case like they had a gun. So like you got to run the zigzag. That's what popped in my mind. I don't know what happened. I ran across the street and then I fell. I don't know how I fell. I tripped over myself. I don't know what happened. Then I hit a parked car. And then there was like 2 or 3 of them niggas out of like the 20 of them that was there. And then they started coming and beating me up. They started running my pockets. It was like, yo, you got anything? They dug my pockets. All I had was like hand sanitizer and stuff. And then that's when it was like, they threw it back at me. I had my brush since I was trying to get waves back then. And then that's when, they threw it back at me, and then that's when they all dipped, and then I stood up, and I looked around, all of them disappeared, like, they just, like, it was like, they disappeared into the cut, I don't know, like, all you saw was niggas running around and disappearing into, like, different streets, and I stood up, got up, and then some fat dude was at the meter the whole time while I was getting jumped, and then this fat dude just sat there and was like, yo, they want you inside the store, because there was, like, a little, boutique that was right next to us, like, a store, fancy, whatever. So I went in there. It was like, are you okay? My heart was pounding. Like, you don't understand how fast my heart was racing. Like, I was never in that situation before. So then I was like, yeah. I didn't even care about my friends or anything. I was like, where's my brother? Where's my brother? I was like, I was so scared. I thought like he died. I thought they jumped him. I don't know what happened to him. Cause like if they ran my pockets, I thought they was gonna kill me. Cause like I had money in my back pocket, but they didn't see that. So good thing they didn't see it, cause I thought I was gonna die that night. So then it was like, yo, slow down. You need to just you just need to talk calmly or whatever. Cause it was like, if you keep talking like this or you keep acting like this, you're gonna get a heart attack. I was like, I'm gonna get a heart attack now. So then once he said that, I started getting anxious more. So then at the time I don't think I had a phone, so I called my mom. I was like, yeah, we just got jumped. She was like, where are you? I was wrong, Halsey, because it was the street they were walking down that day. And then I was like, yeah, I was like by like a lot of people. I was like, hurry up, come quick. I was like, I can't find my brother. Drop the phone. That's when I left the store. And I was like, I'm gonna go look for my brother. And I came out the store. My friend came in. And then that's when he was like, yo. I was like, what happened? He was like, yo, your brother's out there waiting for you. He was like, yo, you good? I was like, yeah. And then that's when he walked me to the cupcake store or whatever. It was like a little cafe. A lot of college students go there and do their work. So then after that, we sat there. We called the cops. I was like, yo, where's our other friend? And I'm not gonna say his name. I was like, yo, where's our other friend? And then that's when they was like, yo, he ran home. I was like, he ran home? I was like, don't he know he can get jumped again? That's like the craziest thing you could do. After we get jumped, you run all the way home. And his home was far from the school, far from where we were at. And it was like he ran home. I was like, damn. Alright, so then afterwards called the cops and everything. The cops came like 10, 20 minutes later. They said, yeah, we got a lot of callings of this in the area. And then that's when we went back to the school, told the school what happened. The school brought security out that night. And after that day, it kept happening again. A lot of people from our school kept getting robbed and jumped by the same group of people. And they went to a whole different high school. And we was in middle school at the time. They were high schoolers robbing middle schoolers. And then they started targeting the high schoolers later on. Because our school had it's like a franchise type thing. We had elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. So then that's when after that.
So like the day after, we was hearing that they was selling people iPhones, their Uggs, North Face book bags. Like I'm like, these are like common things that anybody could get. And I'm just like, bro, like why do you feel the need to steal from somebody? Like I didn't understand the logic. But anyways, this was basically the story when me and my brother and my friends, when we got jumped. Well, I mean, I didn't get jumped. I just say that like for short because I don't feel like explaining the whole situation.
I got jumped.
Yeah, my brother got jumped, not me. But yeah, so that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos down below. And this was not no like fake video, you know, when the YouTubers be like making it seem like it's real, but it's like really fake. This is not that.
This like we could like hit up some of our friends and like call them and they'll be like, yeah, this don't really happen.
I exaggerated it to like make it like funny for you guys, but this was not. I mean, some parts was exaggerated. Well, like when I said my shoes.
Oh yeah.
That was exaggerated, obviously. But I mean, yeah, obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. And yeah, follow me on Instagram _ I'm too tall for that. Follow my brother, call me _ Mezzy on Twitter and on Instagram. And yeah, some new videos coming soon. Check them out.
Funny skit coming.
Like I ain't got a header to the left of me. Like we ain't in these streets more than sesame. But that shit chicken, why she texting me? Why she keep calling my phone, speaking sexually? Every time I'm out, why she stressing me? You call her Stephanie, I call her Heffany.